What up, Wastelanders? Thanks for joining me again for another conversion video. This time I'm going to be converting this Camaro. As you see, I've already taken it all apart and primed it and removed the wheels and everything. Last time I did a conversion, I used a lot of bits and pieces from Angel of Combustion, which I thought was pretty cool. I love supporting other contributors to this craft. This time I'm going to be featuring all the bits and pieces coming from Miniatures4UGB. Yes, GB as in Great Britain. I know what you're saying. Gaslands NorCal. That's like Northern California. GB's like all the way on the other side of the world. Why would you spend the money for shipping? I say because it's worth it. I mean, check out the quality of these prints, from the wheels to the weapons, all of it. Absolutely worth the shipping cost. So yeah, I don't even complain. If the shipping gets to be too much, buy in bulk. Makes it easier for everybody. So I am going to be taking all of these bits and pieces and wheels and everything coming from Miniatures4UGB and putting them on this Camaro. I'm going to be doing some weapons, probably just going on the top here right in this ridge. Get a ram going on. These wheels, going to get a little bit jacked up, so riding a little high, and then have some armor going on, covering up all the openings and everything to make sure everybody's safe inside this vehicle. So let's go ahead and get these blacked and dry brushed for the build. I got some new colors from Monument Hobbies, dark blue that I really want to check out, and I think I'm going to add some stripes on this one, some bright jade. So let's go ahead and get those colors going on and go from there. Alright, so I went ahead and changed out the front tires with some Angel Combustion ones. I just didn't like how the bigger ones were looking on there, so swapping the tires I was going to use the front to the back fit a lot better, and then getting these other tires on here, those will fit a lot better in the front. That's the only modification away from Miniatures4UGB that I'm going to be making. Got some of the detail work done. Even if you know you're going to cover up the details, I still like to do them. I just think that it helps the build come together, gives it more life before you take it to the wastelands. So I'm going to do some chipping on this to make it a little more rusted and weathered looking, and then we will get the armor and weapons and wheels on there before adding some more rust and weathering. So let's get some chipping done. Alright, so we are a little bit weathered up there, looking good so far. I'm going to go ahead and add my armor components on there before I add the rust, just kind of figuring that the armor will contribute to the rust factor that's going on with the rest of the build. So I'm going to get those glued on there before I get the wheels on, and then get the rest of the weathering going on with the rusting. Alright, looking good so far. Actually, that's looking pretty badass. Very rugged and Mad Max-like, deathmatch-like. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit. You can see I'd sprayed a little bit of the activator on there to get that to the front ram to stick. I'll touch up the areas back where you can still see the resin casting on though. So I'll touch that up with some black, and then we'll get on to the rusting aspect. Alright, so here we all are, all dried from the gluing and everything else. I'm thinking we do a full-on weathering for this, using almost all of the tools in my arsenal for rusting up. We're going to be doing the regular rust that I like. We're going to be doing the lighter rust wash, and then we're also going to be doing some of the AK rust wash, and then finish it up with the Vallejo pigment. So just full on, balls to the wall, you know, no hold barred rust on this thing. So let's get going on the initial one. All right, that's a good start. Gonna let that dry. Sometimes I think I might rust too much, but you know, it's the wastelands. It's gaslands, so it's gonna be rusty, dusty, dirty, banged up. Probably could have put some bullet holes on this one, but I think we're a little bit past that, so we'll just do rust. He's been fortunate enough to not be banged up too much, only getting some rust damage on there. So next we're going to go with the lighter rust wash, oxidize light rust job on this one. All right, that portion's dried. Now let's move on to the light rust wash. Alright, now for the final pigment, I'm going to use some old rust, and then we're also going to be using some of the carbon black on there as well. Get that finished up, put the wheels on there, put a little bit of the Armageddon dust, add just the final touches on there. But first, let's get some of the pigments on there. Spray it down with a little bit of the old Purple alcohol. Find a little dusting on there. Let that dry. And that is looking good. Looking very rugged, wasteland, Mad Max, whatever you want to call it. And there we go. One fully modified, customized, weathered Camaro featuring Miniatures4UGB. Looks really good. Very wasteland, very Mad Max. Yeah, these guys just do a great job. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to continue to see more content and get notified when it drops, please hit that subscribe. I will put links to all the products and paints and everything that I used in the description. Until next time, Gaslands NorCal, signing out.